Do I have anything funny to do with the clapper today? I don't.
Yeah, you do. It's always fun.
It's always fun.
It's always fun. Oh, my hair's stuck in the clapper.
We've had a terrible clapper accident. Hi, hey Brickmaniacs. Welcome back to another episode of Brickmania Designer Studio. Hello, Dan. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
What do we have here with us today?
We have a UH-1B Huey. So this is a Vietnam-era helicopter gunship, an Army version. So
Super heavily armed. Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
It's super heavily armed, and it's kind of a throwback. We haven't done an Army version of the UH-1B, the B model being the original Huey before they made the stretched limo version for troop transport. But
Yeah, I was looking through the art, like, where's the Army tile? It's way back. It was in the way back file. Like,
did we actually do one?
Navy. We've done.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so it did exist. Yeah, it's not a new tile, but I had to go back in the file.
Yeah.
So and
UH-1D, I think we did. That was when we just got the license from Bell. We did UH-1D. It sold phenomenally well, and I don't remember doing a B model back then.
And you know what it is they almost always say United States Army.
Yeah.
Like they've got the full spelled out. And we've done that on various helicopters.
And then I think it started out with the big type like this, and then they were like, well, maybe we don't need to advertise such a huge army. But yeah, it got more generic over time.
Everything got subdued over the course of the war.
Right.
Like don't use as many colors, just black on green.
Yeah, yeah, and I think a lot of that had to do with turnover of crews, and they got sick of painting over things. So it was just like, let's just make it one uniform Army thing.
Yeah. So totally understandable. This helicopter though features really prominently on the front something that I don't think we've done before. That big old grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher. Yeah, it is a grenade launcher. It is I believe the pilot has control of the direction of the grenade launcher. So it's a turret in the front, and this thing over here is an actual. It's inside of that is a belt feed for the grenade launcher. So imagine your Mark 19 grenade launcher, but aimable.
Yep. With a big old chain of ammo.
So it's just like never ending. Well, not never ending, but you look at it and it explodes. It goes boom.
Right.
So, and it's short range. These grenade launchers aren't. It's not like a missile or something like that. It's a grenade.
So good way to blanket an area.
Right.
Real quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're coming in hot, or you're doing support of a landing zone, or trying to clear out enemies hiding, the grenade launchers are a pretty good way to clear that area out. So.
Proper job for the tree line.
Right.
Yeah.
So but this helicopter has a lot of armament besides that. You may notice there are also miniguns on the little wing mounts here, winglet mounts.
Yep. So Brick Arms miniguns.
And then these folding fin rockets as well.
Yeah.
So
cool.
it is a gunship, and there's a reason it's called the gunship because of the guns, the rockets, the grenades, and they're actually door guns as well. So you got the M60s and the door guns. So you'd have a crew of 4, and everybody will be busy during a firefight for sure.
For sure.
So
yeah, it's a cool helicopter. Like just from the amount of armament we strapped onto it. Plus we gave it shark mounts. Plus it's an air cab. So
it has everything going for it. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. One might say it was inspired by a video game, but
we dove down a video game reference material library on this. That's where some of the
it was a popular request, and we've been putting this off for a long time, and finally, okay, we got to do it. This is perfect for we're going to do a Black Ops figure pack. Let's do the appropriate helicopter to go with it. So
sure, but then we've got this crew. Right.
Right.
Crew designed by Amanda, and that has nothing to do with video games.
No. The crew may or may not be based on a certain crack commando unit that the government doesn't want you to know about.
Absolutely. So these guys look fantastic. They've got their flight helmets on. They've got catchphrases, call signs.
Yeah, they're printed. They're 3D printed parts, UV printed on top of it. So. Very, very cool figures, no doubt. And we have one has a cigar head.
Brand new cigar head.
We have some double-sided printing on the certain figures as well. Like you can rotate the heads. Let's get the cigar. Is this the first new cigar head we've done in like several years.
Since Sarge, which is like a 4-year-old head at this point.
Yeah.
He's been used a lot. But yeah, this is the first new cigar head that I can think of in a while.
Right. So you do have the 3D printed chicken plates for the door gunners anyway. And they are printed, their torsos are printed underneath there. So you have a mix, it's all Vietnam era equipment. So you'll have a mix of camouflages. There's some of that tiger stripe that you know.
Everybody loves. Yep.
Yeah, especially the crack commando units.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. So, you know, they're elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this poor guy in the end, he never enjoyed flying.
He doesn't enjoy flying,
after this tour. Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the printing on the bird here. We have printing the doors.
The doors, yep, shark mouths. I was down to do shark mouths.
We brought back, so one of the features that people really were up in arms about when I changed my design for my old Hueys is I got rid of these curvy round things.
Yeah, those quarter domes.
Yeah. But we had to bring them back just because of the printing, where the location of the air cav.
There's no way to get a big old air cav symbol like that on stepped curved.
No, and it wouldn't have worked. It would have been on a seam. So brought that back. I like it. Worked out really well. May or may not use this as feature this sort of a design in future models, but it worked perfect for our uses here. You printed the frames of the windows too.
Yes, I did. Yeah. So, and we've been doing that a lot on things like Blackhawks.
Yeah.
And I think we've done it on the Hueys before.
I think the C model that we just did, that Seawolves Huey, we introduced it onto the Huey variants, but it looks so perfect, so I had to just keep going.
I personally love printing on those flags, those flag trapezoids,
So.
whatever they're called.
They are trapezoid.
Yeah.
Trapezoidal flag, yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
And then the door, of course, is printed in the pieces under that make up the door, so you get that shark mouth. The door, and they are left and right. I mean, you can't hit the shark
The
mouth.
handle goes in the back.
Yeah.
Sharks bite forward.
Yeah, and then of course more printing in the rear. This is a 360 printing on the top. This is the vents over the.
Yeah.
It's a cover for the turbine, so like jungle debris and stuff doesn't get ingested into the engine, which of course is not good for any engine full of moving parts, is to have sand or rocks or trees or chimpanzees or anything get sucked inside of that engine. So.
Yeah, that part's interesting. Like it's really tough for us to print on that much of a curved surface, so
we actually printed
print
it all the way around.
the entire thing all the way around on the roller, and that's a cool thing that most people can't do except us.
It is the technology that goes into that printing technique. You're literally printing on a round surface all the way around using a flat printer. It is amazing to see the stuff that you guys can do.
I shouldn't say we're the only ones that can do it. We're the only ones that do it that I know
Right.
about. But even printing on this dome, that quarter dome, that's tricky. That's there's a whole lot of.
That's a big
like,
curved surface.
That's definitely not the flat of that part.
Yeah, and there's a printing on
from
the
an angle.
There's printing on the nose right here, isn't there?
There is,
like
yeah.
if you look at that front of the, it's probably upside down. I didn't look at it before I took it out of the bag here. Let me make sure it's.
I don't know what year people started saying say cheese when people take photos, but
I was alive back then, and it was a thing. I remember from being a wee lad that was a saying back in the 70s. So in the early 70s.
So there it is. So that's cool.
So there's printing on the tail rotor. Oops. See, printing on the tail rotor. Printing on the tail boom. Lots of printing. There's printing inside the cockpit.
Yep.
Because of course you have to have your Huey
Dashboard.
control. Yeah, your Huey dashboard. And then of course this thing's just loaded with guns. So you got brick arms guns. I didn't put on. It does come with bullet chains for the door guns. I didn't put them on, or I should say our test builder didn't put them on, but they do come with it. They come in a little baggie like this, and you'll have to build them and put them together if you want those door guns on there. But it looks great with just the cans on it too. So
Yeah, I agree. It's cool. This is a really top-notch helicopter. Congratulations to those of you that picked these up. It's one of our better. It's our more full.
It is a super premium. I mean, it's on the high end. I mean, the amount of printing that goes into this, the figures, the texture printing, the 3D printing. There's so much. So it is on the more spendy side of our offerings, but you get what you pay for. You get a unique package. The initial batch did sell out in pre-orders.
Okay.
So
what's this? Is this limited edition?
it is not limited edition,
So
but
it could
because
be
it's
back?
it's so involved. We don't even have it yet on a restock plan. It's like, because we have to like basically bump everything else out of the production queue in order for us to take up, because we're taking up figure space, we're taking up printing, all this stuff. So sometime in 2024 we'll probably make more.
Okay.
If you miss the pre-order, you can still get them online, or not online, in our stores though.
Okay, they've got a couple sites.
Yeah, each one of our stores should have at least 2 copies of it on the way. If they're not there already, they're on the way. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice work, Dan.
Thank you. Nice work, Slam.
Okay.
And of course Amanda too, who's not with us at the sit rep, or at the designer studio, but she made a huge important contribution to this.
Yes, those figures are top notch.
Yeah, we're all in awe.
Yeah. Nice work, Amanda. Okay. Thank you, audience. Come back next time for another episode of Brickmania Designer Studio.
Right.
We'll see you.